Great laughs, extraordinary story, beautiful girls. Martin King reporting from New Zealand. And video of Sarah and Abby's separation has now been sent around the world to teach specialist surgeons how to deal with such a rare operation. Well, now to the row over controversial pole fitness classes for young children. Advocates say the pole lessons are used to help youngsters with flexibility and muscle strengthening. Critics and family groups claim it's sexual exploitation.
Bouncing it into the support leg, good. Looking up, straight arm, don't lose your shins.
Is this sexualising children?
Not at all, not at all. Roll around the corner, pressing that knee against the pole.
But here we're saying, come to this class and exercise around this pole, and sooner or later, these children will be learning about the meaning behind what's going on.
Nice and high, rolling around towards your bend.
Angela Perry believes you're never too young to learn pole fitness. In her Sydney studio, she teaches girls as young as 7 how to make their way around a pole, describing it as a whole new sport.
Yeah, nice, very nice. We're not doing any sort of provocative moves. We don't wear heels or any of the sort that you might see pole dancing.
This is pole dancing as most people know it. But according to Angela, what she teaches is something very different.
It's solely a fitness program that, yes, is on the pole, but is definitely not of adult content or adult material involved here. It's all about the fitness.
They might say it's fitness, but what they're teaching them is sexy moves, and they're too young for it.
Sex therapist Dr. Janet Hall is a big fan of pole dancing. In fact, she encourages women to do it, but says it definitely shouldn't be child's play.
As adult women who are embracing their sensuality and letting that sort of inner goddess come out, it's all appropriate. But not for little children. They should be just getting dirty and playing in mud puddles.
Yes, OK, the equipment is the same, but it doesn't mean we're doing the same thing on that equipment.
But isn't it just a very small step between this and pole dancing?
Well, we don't do moves around the pole, we only do moves on the pole.
There's a straight line from this pole, straight out of the adult porn dancing classes around the country, and now to you and your tweens.
Angela Conway from the Australian Family Association says pole fitness is completely inappropriate for children.
Now, if you continue to sexualise kids and put the pressure on them to participate in raunch culture, then what you'll end up with is an even bigger problem of self-esteem issues, eating disorders, self-harm and various psychiatric problems.
Recently, Channel 7's family-friendly Home and Away came under fire for showing a scene involving pole dancing.
We have to be very aware of the pressures on our kids and the efforts of some to push this stuff into their lives, and we need to make conscious decisions about keeping this sexualising stuff at bay.
Good, a little bit of shin there.
Back at the pole fitness studio, mums like Jo are happy to see their children involved.
It's a form of fitness, and I would be irresponsible to allow my child to be doing some sort of pornography. There's nothing wrong with it.
What's wrong with tap dancing or ballet, which teaches a young girl how to be a lady?
Ben McCormack reporting, and the Australian Federation of Parents and Citizens Association says while it supports any sort of fitness regimen for children, it warns parents to be careful about those classes. Well, it is the inquiry the whole world is watching, and this week the inquest into the death of Princess Diana moves to the scene of the 1997 tragedy, the French capital, Paris. The 11 jurors will visit key sites, including the Ritz Hotel and the crash scene in that tunnel. For the latest from Paris, I spoke earlier with Greg Millam, European correspondent for Sky News. Greg, what precisely will the jurors be doing today?
Well, in many ways, what they'll be doing is putting into context that evidence that they heard last week. They'll be looking primarily today at the Alma Tunnel, the tunnel, of course, where that accident happened in 1997. Now, during the day, the tunnel will be closed off, and they'll be given the opportunity to look around and ask any questions that they need to ask. And then tonight, in the dark, they'll be driven through. The tunnel will be open, and a chance for them to look at the